Good afternoon, good afternoon. I am Jason Sterling, and this is, I'm a member of the EA Creator Network. I'm a member of the EA Creator Network. You can see it right there, of course, by my face, but we are supposed to let you know in the first 5 seconds. So I didn't count exactly. Hopefully that was within 5 seconds. I hope so. Today, we are going to take a late look at the trailer for the Life and Death, right? The Life and Death gameplay upcoming pack, October the 31st. I'm just making sure I am on live here on YouTube. Does seem to be the case. Okay, so I wanted to do a sort of reaction review for the very first trailer that came out. The general trailer, and I just never had time. But I will say this. I really, really liked the first trailer. It was probably my favorite trailer since Growing Together. I thought the Growing Together trailer was super cute, you know, with the little baby and stuff. That was very, very cute. I loved the very first one for Life and Death. It hit all the right buttons. It hit all right checkbox. Very, very sort of got you in the heart, right? Love the whole sort of reincarnation vibe at the end of it. That was a really great trailer. And I don't always like trailers, and I'm kind of hard sometimes, like deservedly so, on marketing, and especially marketing for video games. But I did really like that trailer, and I've looked through this trailer already, and I really like it too. It actually feels like a gameplay trailer. It actually does. Like, it actually feels like there's stuff to do in this pack, in this trailer. It feels really, really good. It feels, I'm going to say this. Now, the interesting thing is there's a lot of stuff in this trailer that reminds me of game packs, right? And so far, all of the occult stuff we've gotten has been a game pack. Now, this has more than a game pack. It does. And as far as comparing it to a lot of the recent expansion packs, it feels really full. It feels like there's a lot here, and the world is a good sized world. It's not super big, of course, but it is in keeping with what we get of late, and it's not small. It's not small. So all in all, we're going to jump in here and take a look at this, but I'm pretty enthused by what we've got. I'm going to assume everybody has already seen this video, right? I'm going to assume that right now. So we'll just kind of walk through here. Obviously, it's T14, the bane of my existence with video games, T14. But here we go, rolling through here. Okay, right off the bat, I'm going to say right off the bat, I love everything in this shot, right? We get a quick little start here. Death is kind of our narrator, right? Death is kind of leading us through sort of a day in the life of Death. I love this raven. I guess it's going to be some kind of like little pet, right? A little pet raven. That is the one thing that was missing from my game. That is the one thing I need, is a little raven to sit there at Halloween going nevermore. I don't think it says nevermore. Okay, if it does, I'm going to love that. If you can teach it like a parrot to say nevermore, that would be over the top. That would be so value added that you could buy the expansion pack just for that. Now, I don't think it's going to. I just insert a little bit of tears right here, a little bit of remorse and crying. But it would be great if it did. And I do love ravens. I also love all of this stuff in the background. Love these new windows. I'm not sure how much of the fence is new. The windows are new. The siding is new. A lot of the new assets in this game I really do like. Build, buy, cast assets, all really great. So we're going to get started here. We're going to go through a couple of people kind of dropping dead. She gets killed, I think, by the raven. That's the other thing. I guess that raven can kill you. Maybe a little bit like the cow plant can kill you, right? So don't piss off the raven. Keep it happy. Give it treats. Keep it happy. She's dying too. Here by this pool o' death with these sort of demonic looking goats here in it. Love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. The clothes are really cool. These pants, I love these pants too. Let's jump on. We are rolling. She's dead. Yeah, she's smiling in death though. I mean, I gotta give her that. She's going to Hades with a smile on her face. Here is the cow plant death. That's not important. What's important here is everything around it, which is that really great. Let me back it up just a little bit here. Cemetery, right? This is in the Land o' Death over there. We'll see it here in a little bit on the world map. Great new cemetery setup. This is a tombstone. These are tombstones. I think you can probably have woohoo in here, right? I don't know if that's been confirmed yet. Probably it has, but I'm going to guess about like a nice little woohoo container right here, along with coffins coming up. Now, I noticed that. Now, coffins, you could woohoo in beginning with vampires. I think you had to have the vampire game pack to woohoo and coffins. I guess this is going to add that through this expansion pack as well. I don't anticipate that being like a base game thing, but I think it's going to be added in with this expansion pack, which is fine. That never bothers me that much when they add stuff from old packs into new stuff or into base game. It really doesn't bother me. Love this. Love this whole look here. It reminds me of Forgotten Hollow, and I think it's going to tie in super good with Forgotten Hollow. So I'm really excited. This looks super great. We're going to go ahead and jump ahead here.
I'm the one to blame. No, the truth is,
Death given our narration, you know. He's talking about how old age and fire and anger kill the most Sims. And I'm wondering, is that true? I'm wondering if that's thrown in here as a real Sims factoid. Because, you know, they know exactly everything about the Sims, right? So it kind of makes sense to me that might be a real sort of, what do you call it? Like not a factoid, but, oh man, what do you call those things? Anyway, you know, like if that's real, that's how Sims actually do really die in the game is fire, old age, and anger. Love it. We've got a nice little view of part of the world here. It looks really good. That's Old Man Mountain back there. Let's go ahead and we'll keep jumping ahead here.
Just the Reaper. Ooh. Mine is a humble profession.
This is the Land o' Death. We're going to see this again coming up here on the world map. This is tucked away off to the corner, which is an interesting thing we'll look at here coming up on the world map. Meanwhile, with this, again, I love the broken windows. I love the broken roof. There's a lot of sort of distressed elements coming with this pack, both for walls, floors, roofs, windows. Love, what are these, like, you know, urns? Urns full of ashes up on the roof. I don't think they're really urns, like really urns full of ashes, but it would be really cool if they were. Like if you could throw your relatives' urns up on top of your house. Would love that. That would be great. I hope we can do that. That just occurred to me. I hadn't really thought of that up to this point. But that'd be awesome if we could just throw our dead relatives, even friends, everybody, throw them up on the roof. Yeah, toss them up there with the rest of them. They're the last to go. We're going to go in here into Death's home, Death's mansion here. The netherworld of the Department of Dead. This is your new career, of course. You get to work for Death. Love it. We all love that. This has been a big request. First of all, cemeteries, big request for a long time. Working for Death, big request for a long time, right? Like we all want to harvest souls. We all want to know that we're going to go get there. Now, I don't know. Here's the thing, though. When you think about it, I feel like this means kind of like maybe even after you're dead, you still have to work. And I don't know. That feels like a real capitalist sort of message. Like just get used to it. You're going to work, and you think you're going to get the sweet savior of death to come and rescue you from work. No. Even when you're dead, you get to find a job. Let's just say, though, if we get to work here, I might accept it. Okay, great new assets, new doors, new pictures, new lamps. You can see all this through here, and it does look like a lot of fun. There's some great looking kind of clothes of Death coming up. Got some practice there. I love this arch. Apparently, you just put the souls there that you harvest, but I love the way it looks. I wish it was an actual portal someplace. I don't think it's going to be, but I wish it was. It looks really cool as a portal. Great look to it.
Souls to the other side as they advance.
Now, I am curious what this is. We have, well, I mean, obviously it's a type of fountain, but the fact that they're interacting with it and it's not just a decorative object, I'm not real sure what it's going to do. Does it give you skills? Do you go in there and see people who are about to die, maybe? That's how you find your next assignment. You know, you go there, you check in maybe the pool of life, and you see, okay, yeah, this person's time is up. You go, you grab them, you bring them back, you know, stick them in the portal. This is one of the outfits I was talking about. This looks really cool, right? Nice fashionable kind of afterworld look. Kind of our traditional look back here, but in a purple. We got a purple. I do like that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. I don't know if people can tell. I am really excited for this pack. Looks very cool. More of the regular world. I'm more excited for Grimm's world coming up here. This looks pretty. I mean, this looks nice enough. This does remind me a little bit of Glimmerbrook in Europe and wherever. I think it's supposed to be set in Romania, right? Which is fine. But it is pretty and it looks cool. I don't really have a complaint with it. I like almost any world. And the Death world to me kind of makes up. If this feels a little familiar, Death's world kind of makes up for that, in my opinion. We got the kitchen. I love the kitchen. I would almost buy this pack for the kitchen. I almost buy this pack for this refrigerator. This is my dream. Like, I can't afford this refrigerator in real life, right? Like everything in The Sims, right? When we can't afford it in real life, we'll just get it here in The Sims. I love this. With the window so you can see what's in your fridge. And it's all clean. That's the other dream, because in my life, my fridge is a constant battle to keep clean. This one is forever clean, so that's the other dream that you get to have in The Sims. A, you can afford this $10,000 refrigerator, and B, it's forever clean. That's almost like too much. I mean, I feel like this shouldn't be called Life and Death. This should be called Life and Dreams, right? The Life and Dreams pack, because I'm just going to tear up here. I'm so happy. Anyway, we've got some great new distressing, great new cabinetry. I love this. We really got a lot of new stuff with this. I will say that as we go through this. We've got new kitchens, new baths, new like bedroom stuff. A lot of new assets with this particular pack. Got some ruined flooring down here, which looks super cool. Really do love it. And then, the poor guy getting electrocuted. Here's some dining room stuff over here. Really, really, really full pack. New windows, again, that look kind of broken, kind of distressed.
By death certainly improve our
Chase by Death. Okay, that is one of our new sim traits, which I don't know if you're just going to have a better chance of being killed, or if you're just constantly going to interact with things and nearly get killed. I mean, you have to think, if that's your trait and you have it from teenage years onward, or even kids, I mean, are you going to just die young a lot? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. So we'll go ahead and we will keep going here.
You all know who you are. But hey,
We're going to see a few people kind of drop off dead. Oh, wait. Real quick. Let me back up here. There's so much. Every single scene is like unpacking a mystery box, right? It's full of really cool stuff. I love this little toddler's Raven outfit. Thank God, something else that works as a costume, right, for our toddlers. And it just looks so cute. You could see a little toddler running. I could see a little real life toddler running around going, nevermore, 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 kind of, wearing that little outfit. Totally dig it. So let's see here. Love these clothes back here. All of the clothes so far, I really do pretty much dig in here. We'll go ahead and let this continue running. The playground equipment was cool there. The stuff here looks really cool. Again, I don't want to keep stopping and saying stuff looks cool. It does look cool. As you can see as we go along here, it all looks very, very cool. One thing I'll point out here, this is very reminiscent of the Courtyard kit. One of my favorite kits, by the way. I love the Courtyard kit. If you've got an extra $5 and you like to build or you like to decorate, grab that kit. It's excellent. It's one of the first ones that came out. It's very, very cool. This very much will tie into it. I think those assets will work here in this world, and especially in the brighter side of this world. This is kind of the grim side, right? Grim side of the world. Up here, I love this. It's like a little ghost kind of train. I love that. Ghost train riding up there. It reminds me a lot. My son was like a little kid, very little kid, like a toddler. He loved this, Thomas the Tank Engine. And one of the stories there, one of the spooky stories in Thomas, is that Percy dresses up like a ghost, covers himself in flour and pretends to be dead or something. So he for a while there, he would kind of play that he was Ghost Percy. And then Lego had this really great set of monster hunters with a ghost train. So it brings back a little bit of nostalgia for me. Get a little bit caught up there. Super, super, super cool. Here's another death scene. This guy gets knocked out by a meteor, and they all go back. Now, rolling back here again, we've got, let's see here. I said, so much to see here. This looks to be, part of, first of all, it looked like there was maybe a festival in Grimm's World coming up. This is kind of weird because I think there's a little bit of a festival in town that is going to be sort of a festival of the death. We'll see that coming up with Will's are out in the plaza. And maybe this is going to be a tarot reader. What I hope is this is not a rabbit hole. I don't think it is. I mean, I hope we don't go in here and disappear and get a tarot card reading. I hope we sit here maybe and get a tarot card reading and that it's real. Like it's a real interactive thing. Rabbit holes aren't really my big deal. Don't really like them. So I'm hoping that this is not one of those, right? That we're not looking at a rabbit hole here. So, okay, so let's move on here. He's dead. They're all dead. We're going into kind of Grimm's World here. Now, again, this looks like to me a neighborhood. So it's kind of a weird sort of neighborhood, but maybe connected with the, that Grimm Institute, I don't know. I love the way it looks. The builds look pretty good. I hope most of this is alterable because I like to change most of the stuff, put my own stamp on it. Looks very cool. You've got, like I said, another great sort of Forgotten Hollow looking world, which I love because Forgotten Hollow was pretty small. And this is a great way to kind of flesh that out a little bit more.
Number of young adults that don't consider what they ultimately
coming up. This is that Woohoo in the Coffin kind of edition. We have the Soul's Journey here. Very cool new thing. I was worried when I first saw the Soul's Journey that it was going to be just basically aspirations, but repackaged with a new menu. That does not look to be the case as we come up on it. It looks like they actually kind of acknowledge that in the trailer, that it's more than aspirations. And we're going to have this sort of bucket list coming up. With this tree, I don't know that this is a portal. It looks like a rabbit hole to me. See this little entrance right here? Definitely looks like some sort of rabbit hole. I hope it's a portal. I hope it's a portal maybe to Death's, sort of like headquarters there, or to the pond area coming up, or someplace else. If it is a rabbit hole, I might forgive it because it looks like the rest of the pack is full enough with stuff that we're not going to feel like a lack with it being a rabbit hole. Oh, by the way, he's cute. He's kind of cute, this ghost historian. I hope he's in the game. I'm going to have my Sims, kind of maybe meet him and go out on a date with the little ghost historian because he does look kind of cute here.
These contribute to
the veil on that ghost was really cool too, because you have more of a true ghost look, right? With the sort of like fully covered sort of specter. That looks really cool. And there's another one that looks even more that way coming up. Do like this wallpaper. Looks a little like kids wallpaper to me. Some of this stuff has a real sort of like kid vibe, stuff like that. But the assets look really good. And again, we're getting so many new assets for so many rooms. I mean, it's a really, really full build buy selection.
A bucket list, however, is a scientifically proven method of ensuring.
She comes through here and she does her bucket list. You're going to write your goals. You're going to put these things down here. Now, what I'm going to say real quick is, I love this. It's a really great idea. It's fantastic on paper. It's fantastic what they're showing here. What I'm seeing, though, is this is base game. This is base game. This is base game. This is the new pack. What I'm worried about is that it's going to be just like with the romance pack we just got, where we had Create a Date, and that was super cool, and I loved Create a Date. I loved the idea of it. I was so excited. And then when we actually got it, all you could make your dates out of was base game stuff, that new pack, and then like maybe 2 or 3 options from every other pack we have. So if you wanted your Sims to go bowling on the date, you couldn't do it, right? So that's what I'm worried about here. Is are we going to get, I mean, this looks so cool, right? It looks super cool. It looks really great. Are we going to get this and all we can use is base game, this current pack, Life and Death, and maybe 1 or 2 other items they put in there because everything has to be hard programmed in and they don't have the resources to do it. That's what I'm really worried about because if we're going to do this, and I hope we're doing it, right? That it should include everything. Everything you buy should automatically add to the list of stuff that you want to do. Like if you want to go, you want to journey to Batu, that's on your bucket list. Guess what? That's what you can put on there if you own that pack. So I hope that that's what we're going to be getting, and we're not going to be held back by the resources thing or forced to go find a mod that we have to update every other month. That's my hope. Otherwise, it's a great idea. Very excited for it. Staying hopeful here. Hopefully, it's how it works out.
Better to do today
Got kind of the, well of longing and regret
tomorrow.
there, a little wishing well type thing. She's going to die. Another room with some great assets and the Raven there in the back. I'm going to name him Nevermore. I am too. She drops dead. Forgot to feed herself. That's too bad. This is the festival I was talking about. We come up here on this sort of like, hey, come out to the Festival of the Dead. Get your will read. Not read, but written. Get your, maybe read. Maybe you could die there, have a funeral there, and get your will read there. Going to get your will written here. It does look very cool. I love the idea you can leave a personal note with the emotion. I think the emotions are what's going to affect your sims during the will reading. So if you do it as a sad or tense or angry, that's going to affect the people that it's being written to. The thing coming up here that you actually write, I don't think is going to have any effect, right? Is that hilarious? That's hilarious. Would I write that to everybody? Yeah, and I'd write it seriously too. And I might put their names. I hated you, so-and-so. I hated you, so-and-so. I hated you, so-and-so. And I have half a mind right now to do that in real life, right? And I also thought, wouldn't this be funny? This is what I would love to do. This is what I want to do. This is the type of old person I'm going to be. When I get old, I'm going to be like nice to the person I hate most. I am. I'm going to be nice to the person I hate most. And then that way, they'll think that I really do like them. And they'll think that they're going to get everything in the will. And then when I'm dead, they're going to get nothing. They'll get nothing. I'm going to go to bed. Like my last breath, when I go to bed on that last night, in my head is going to be how disappointed they're going to be when the will gets read and they get nothing because they thought I was their best friend. Yeah, that's what I'm planning anyway. We'll see when we get there. Hopefully I got a couple more decades to go. More than a couple more decades ago, I hope.
Chance to tell those
Yeah, she did hers kind of playful, so I think they kind of took it okay as kind of a joke. And she's taking it as a joke there as a ghost. We get a bit of lineup here of these different options for our tombstones, right? Which is very cool. And it looks like we can swap them pretty easily here by clicking display as. Gravestone or urn. Easy, quick swap without having to go, say, through build mode or something, I guess. Nice. I do like that. It's going to be fun to play around with this. We've got a lot of different options. And I guess we can set up sort of a, what would you call this? A memorial? Yeah, a memorial to your family there in your home, right? He's talking about that Raven. He's got this new macabre sort of trait, which maybe he kind of laughs at death like I do. Kind of a little bit of a dark humor. He's got, a Raven on his shirt. Was talking about the Raven. Something tells me the Raven's still going to probably jump his ass, try to kill him later. She does not believe, I guess, in death, maybe, or life after death. Maybe that's what the skeptic thing is about. I'm kind of like her, too. I don't know if I believe or what I believe or any of that sort of stuff, but she's my soul animal there, a little skeptic.
I get it. I'll do better.
Or soul sim. I got another soul sim, I think, in here too. There we go. The Raven is my soul sim. I love it. The way he jumps on her and tears into her, that's going to be so much fun. We're going to all love that. See, he's thinking already, ooh, bye, sister. Bye. We've got these nice sort of like tarot card things to hang on the wall. My big dream is they did the whole tarot deck. Now, I know that would take 52 different graphics, so I know my dream is not going to come true. But at least maybe we're going to get a few of them. This is like the backside of the tarot deck, so some really cool art here real quick while we're watching the Raven, kind of kick someone's ass there.
You died. Now what? At the time of death, most souls think it's...
Now we're going to go here. This is what used to happen, of course, right? You get that, save and exit or whatever. Game's over. Now I love this. This is my favorite thing of the whole pack. When we saw the very first trailer and the little baby like floated down out of the sky, it's like, yes, it's going to be some sort of reincarnation, and it is reincarnation or rebirth here. But we've got these other options, which I love. Become a playable ghost. Great option. Become a free roaming ghost, which I guess kind of like an NPC, right? Turn your sim into an NPC. Let them kind of free roam. or rebirth. All three of those options I love. This is going to be the height of this pack. God willing, it works. Let me caveat that. If it works, I hope it works. I'm very excited for it, and I do hope it works. Please work, because it's going to be super cool. I think you're going to see a whole bunch of new generational ideas, generational play. You're going to see those, sort of family gameplay where maybe you just play the same 3 Sims over and over and over in these new personas, and they keep bringing a little bit with them from each life. We're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, but I really do see a lot of that kind of coming as an option.
Hey, I get it. It's a lot. I'm a lot. This whole thing, it's a lot. You can choose to move.
We've got kind of these options now in game, where you can mourn, but I guess as a ghost now, we got more control over it, maybe. But also we could always kind of free a ghost to the ether, I think it said, or something. And there she goes. Off she goes. This is super interesting. It's like group therapy in the afterlife, right? So I'm not real sure what we're looking at here. It's kind of confusing where the neighborhood that looks like Grimm's neighborhood and maybe just Grimm's kind of private lot beginning in. I don't know. I'm really confused with it. But I think it's pretty cool. And I love that there's coffee in the afterlife. And is he getting coffee? I think he's actually getting some coffee. It's cool. It's got a little sort of festival vibe I was talking about earlier. We've got the soul's journey. We can see the soul's journey continues even after death. So I love that. I love that even after death, you can have some things you want to continue doing. You want your sort of afterlife, your soul to have a journey off the mortal plane, maybe off the mortal plane.
You may find you have new desires.
And we get some options here. We can do woohoo, comfort the living, become a supreme ghost, and sow ghostly chaos. So very good options.
As a ghost, and new powers to help you complete.
I love this. We've had this. This is what reminds me of a game pack a little bit. We've had this sort of mechanism before, but I like it, and I don't mind them adding this same sort of mechanic to other packs in order to have a way of kind of leveling up and developing your sim and kind of choosing the path you want to take as you go. They could use this all the time, as far as I'm concerned, because it does add a lot of gameplay and it gives you a lot of control and choice as a player for what you want to do. So I'm definitely pretty happy with that. We've got a lot of different options here. What are all these things? I don't know. Obviously, maniacal death-eating ghost. I'm assuming this is possessing pianos or maybe anything. All of these are kind of grim looking, kind of maniacal, and these look like a little bit nicer. Look, there's Casper, the friendly ghost, right? Maybe this one helps fix things. We're gonna be Mr. Fix-It, right? Is there a break one when they break stuff? Maybe that breaks things over there. So we've got maybe some sort of little middle of the road. Maybe sometimes you do mean stuff, sometimes you do nice stuff. I don't know how you can bounce back and forth from these, but that's one thing I can't wait to play with, is something like that. And then you got your kind of levels here. Up you go, up the ghost ladder.
Finished business.
Here's some, let me tell you, Nightmare Fuel back over here. We've got a lot of really cool things in this room, some cool new assets. I don't know what that is. Even just looking at it in the trailer, it makes you want to call your cat or your dog in the room with you, right? Okay, right now I want to call my cat to come and sit in my lap between me and whatever this thing is back here. I can't even tell. What is it? Is it a little doll? Is it a specter of doom? Is it a statue? I don't know. But it is probably the most evil looking thing that I've ever seen in the Sims game. So we're going to watch Mr. Ghost here make a little bit of mischief. He fixes this. Great new bathroom stuff, by the way. Great new bathroom stuff. He's Mr. Fix-It. One thing that I don't know about, although I guess we can transcend living needs here, this is a little silly that even as a ghost, you have to still go potty, right? And you still have to eat. I think once you die, you transcend living needs, but it does introduce some gameplay there and give you something to kind of work towards, if you like doing that sort of thing, kind of a goal, kind of work towards, level up and change your sim around as you go.
On the other hand, maybe you want to get a little nasty.
And I
No
love
judgment
this.
here, literally.
Yeah,
I
this is going to be
have
fun
no
to play around
morality.
with. I think I'm going to be a bad ghost because all the bad stuff looks like so much fun, right? He gets his soul journey complete. Burning soul trait acquired. He's happy. Okay, I mean he looks like he's going straight to hell, but hey, he got what he wanted, and I'm happy for him. If he's happy, I'm happy. That's the way I look at things. And he does look like the fun one, like the one that he looks like he's having so much fun. I'm just going to have to do that one, the burning one. This is cool. Okay, so I love this scene. I don't know how we get there. This is what I thought maybe that tree would lead to. If the tree's not just a rabbit hole of some sort, maybe it's a portal to this place. I think it'd be great if it was. This reminds me a lot of Oasis, the secret lot there. It reminds me a lot of the secret lot with Willow Creek. Reminds me a little bit of the magical realm, right? So I love all of those places. So I'm really, really hoping that's where we're headed here. But in any event, we are headed to our rebirth. Big thing for me in this game. Big thing I want to do. Absolutely love this. This is our world map. We'll stop here for just a second. The world looks great. We've got 13 readily editable lots and a 14th sort of grim lot up here. Now, with Realm of Magic and even with Oasis and Granite Falls and Willow Creek and 6am, those are only hidden lots. I don't know. But with all those, there is a buildable area there. And especially with Realm of Magic, it's a sizable buildable area. So I'm hoping we can adjust Grimm's house to kind of look the way we want it to look, right? Otherwise, though, we do have 13 lots. Some of them look sizable. It's really hard to tell from this view. I wish they would just put the lot sizes on here. A lot of us are builders. I'm a builder. And it would be really great to be able to build a few things in advance, kind of have some of that, fun building up to it. I would say 30 by 40, 30 by 30, 20 by 20, 20 by 15, 20 by 15, right? If I was guessing. I hate to guess anymore because I guess wrong a lot. And then I end up having to try to adjust builds. But this also looks like 30 by 30, 40 by 30, 20 by 30, maybe stuff like that. Maybe this is 20 by 40 over here, this way they look. I think we have a live stream coming up, and if they go to the lots and the world map, it might be easier to tell not on this map, right? On a map where we see an actual real house. I don't know. Right now, though, it looks great. We get to choose where we're going to go as a ghost. He chooses here the Lockhart residence to be reborn into. Now, I personally think you should always have to go back as a newborn, right? But I'm glad they gave people the option who don't want that. So if they want to come back at any life state, they can. That's what we're about to go jump in here. And I love the fact you can bring, I'm going to guess that you get to bring what you want to bring from your past life. It could be random, but when these two things pop up, it makes me wonder, do you get to choose one or the other? Do you get to choose movement or thinking? Or was these the two that were chosen out of a whole bunch of options? But I think it would be something like that, where you give them two options. Which one do you want? And we've got over here, there's another one. See, we get these three options, right? So which of these three do you want? Or do you get all three? That's something I think is going to be really interesting to see. It's supposed to be based on how you lived your life and how you died. Very cute, by the way. That guy was super cute. Where was he? Let me move him back here a little bit. That way. He's cute there as an older guy, too. Where was it? Let me see here. There. Oh, yeah, he's really cute right there. That's it. Love that outfit, too. That's what I'm trying to get to. Love the outfit. Love the hair. Love the whole thing there. So we've got kind of going through stuff, and then you can go. You can also just change your appearance completely. That's cool. Love that. And he drops in at this age range with his new family. But I love that one. Okay, let me move that back here. This is what I like right here. I love this. A little cloud delivering a little baby here to that horrible bitch land grab and her husband, who seems like a lot nicer and poor ever suffering son. He chose to come back here as one of the rich land grabs. And I love this graphic. I love the animation. I hope that's how it works in game. I hope that's what we're going to be looking at because it looks super, super cool, right? I really, really love it. And there we go. We're back to death here, back to Death's house. This looks good. Again, we got this guy kind of taunting this, Raven back here. He's about to get his ass kicked. And we've got some more of our new kind of things here, new assets. Go through this. She's feeling the love for him, I think, right? Yeah, she definitely is. She's wanting to try for a baby with Grim. She is all into it. But it does look cool. I think it's really, really cool. I think we're having like a real relationship with Grim. Grim doesn't like me so far in the quest. I've been doing like the Grim quest, right? He didn't like my sim very much. I mean, they're kind of getting along, but it's been kind of hard. So I don't know that Grim and I think on the same wavelength. I don't know that we're there. I don't know that I want a baby with Grim. I kind of do. It hinted that you're going to get to see his face. And if you don't get to see his face, but then you have a baby with him, you maybe could tell from the way the baby looked what he looks like. So maybe for that reason I would. Okay, we're going to jump ahead here. We're almost done. We are done, in fact. We're here to the last thing. Now, let me say, I've said this so many times now in like a year or however long this has been going on. I don't really like early purchase things. I don't. Because you've got probably a ton of people right now who aren't even playing the game yet, and in a few years they're going to be playing the game, and they can't get this stuff because they just weren't playing yet. Maybe they're 8. Maybe they're 8 right now. And by the time they're 11 or 13 or something, they're going to start playing the game. Looks like The Sims 4 is going to last forever. So they're not going to get this chance to get this stuff. I think that's too bad. Especially this. This is what I really like. I like the music box here with the little Grim going around inside it. That is so cute. I wish they had that on the Sims store. For the merch store they got. I wish they had that. I would buy the little Grim music box. I tried to get the Grim plush. They were sold out, and I'm on the waiting list, and I'm probably never going to hear anything. But I would take this music box too. I don't really know what the portrait's going to be. I feel like we can do family portraits, but maybe I'm wrong, and we can only do them like with Moschino stuff or something. Hell, I don't know. I don't hardly do family portraits, but I just do individual portraits and stuff like that. But I don't know what that's going to be. That's kind of weird to me. And why is it called Lasting Legacy Family Portrait? I'm really kind of interested what that's going to be. But I love this. I think this is going to be cool. This is okay. This is a little odd to me. I'm not sure what this is for. It's got a New Orleans vibe, right? It's got a Mardi Gras vibe. Got a Halloween vibe. It is coming out on Halloween. It's got a Halloween vibe. So it's cool enough. So I do like these items. I just think it's a real shame. If you haven't bought this by December 12th, you don't get them. I haven't ever looked if content creators, custom content creators have actually made these early access or early purchase items before. I should look that up. I hope they do. I hope custom content providers make these items for people who don't buy it earlier. I hope they do, and then they can just download it that way and use it that way. But we have come to the end. This is coming out on October the 31st. I believe there's going to be like a live stream coming up. I don't know if it says it on here. I think the Maxis team is doing a live stream coming up on this week. Probably Thursday, maybe. We have a big update tomorrow, which is Tuesday. Take out your mods, right? Take out your mods, save yourself and your game. Take out your mods, big update coming. But yeah, I think there's a live stream coming too. But anyway, I know that I'd love it if you hit like, subscribe, and notify, right? Hit like, subscribe, and notify. I'm going to try to, it's been very hard for me to keep up with this. I do work full time and I'm enrolled in school full time. So I've got like a whole bunch of stuff on my plate, like all the time, but I'm trying to get into the groove, get back on the track here a little bit, get some streaming done again. So hopefully we're going to finish week number 5 of the Grim quest. So far, I've figured out really easy ways around all of those quest requirements. So it doesn't take me very long just to get the stuff and move on with my life, with my Sims life. They got other stuff to do than humor death, right? They got other stuff to do. But please hit like, subscribe, and notify. And then, until next time, thanks for watching.